Do not fall for what warped, has-been, faux pas conservatives have to say about Donald Trump or the state of the country. Don't do it. Don't listen to them. In fact, it is time to absolutely rebel against this neo-conservative bullhawk. I'm caffeined up and I'm ready to go. This is Pastor Marty. Thank you so much for joining us on the Afternoon Drive. Make sure you're a subscriber to the channel. Once you are, smack the bell, click the word all to get notification of my rants. And please like and share this video. Yeah. Do you understand that the liberal world, the progressive mind, is going absolutely bat-crap crazy right now? I mean, it started with Dylan Mulvaney and the pushback against Bud Light, which took it from the #1 selling beer in America to what is it, like 15th, 16th, 35th? I mean, it's unbelievable. Just the fall of an American corporation. Go woke, go broke. Then, of course, there was Target, gonna sell bathing suits for transgendered children so they could tucky their little winkies when at the beach. And America pushed back and said, yo, not happening. We are seeing backlashes at the movie theater. Look at Sound of Freedom. It debuted the same weekend as Indiana Jones' Dial of Destiny. Where is Indiana Jones' Dial of Destiny right now? Bye. I think it made a 4-week run in the theater. I saw it. I liked it. I'm an Indiana Jones guy. It is what it was. It made its splash, didn't come anywhere near to being a blockbuster. It's over, it's done. That series is finally finé. I started that series when I was in junior high, had to see it through. 2 weeks later, out came the new Mission Impossible movie. You know where it is now? It's out of the theater. Bye. You know what's still in the theater? Sound of Freedom. And the liberal mind, especially the entertainment world, is losing its collective minds, now especially over Oliver Anthony. Have you heard his song?
Well, I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men.
Yeah, the rich men north of Richmond. I've listened to it now about 20 times. It literally makes me cry. And what the liberal world doesn't get, it's totally grassroots. It is what the American people are feeling. They are tired of being ignored and denied and forced to pay for all of this woke crapola, which is destroying the country, destroying the American family, destroying the American dream. They're tired of it and they're pushing back. Which is why, gonna give you a hint here, Ronnie DeSantis, and Mike ought to be in prison for being a treacherous, traitorous, no good, lousy scumbag Pence. This is why people love Donald Trump. Donald Trump is Oliver Anthony. You see what I'm saying? But you've got conservatives out there now saying, no, it can't be that. Retired Judge Michael Luttig. He began as a clerk for Antonin Scalia. He was part of the Reagan administration. He was part of the H.W. Bush administration. He advised Michael Pence on January the 5th to defy Donald Trump on January the 6th. And now this so-called expert conservative legal scholar, which is what PBS News is calling him, although I am sure when he was part of the Reagan administration and the H.W. Bush administration, he was just one of those, legal zealots that was out to destroy the country. Well, now because he's going after Donald Trump, all of a sudden he's a good guy. And this is what he had to say to the J6 committee.
Donald Trump and his allies and supporters are a clear and present danger to American democracy.
In an interview, he said to PBS News that, the country is just so divisive now. It's not the democracy that we remember.
For almost 250 years, Judy, there was all but a consensus among the American public on the fundamental values and principles on which America was founded. And then all of a sudden, it seems we don't agree on anything at all. We have not talked to each other as friends and fellow citizens, Americans who share the same destiny and have the same hopes and dreams for America for 6 or 8 years now.
Newsflash, Ludig. That wasn't created by Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the reaction to that. Donald Trump is the response to that. This all started on your watch. This all started when guys like George H.W. Bush, who were fraudulent, phony conservatives, got elected on the legacy of Ronald Reagan, then got in office and was going to rule like the ruling class oligarch puppet masters wanted him to rule. Let him have a few of the conservative issues that the conservatives would like, but on the main thing, we're going to be globalists. We're going to be military-industrial complex. We're going to spread imperialism. He was all over that. He was status quo establishment, period. That gave us Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton gave us W and the continuation of the Bush crime family. W gave us Barack Obama, the single most divisive president in all of American history. That gave us Donald Trump. And Donald Trump was the pushback on this. Donald Trump was Oliver Anthony standing in a field strumming a guitar saying, "America first, America first. Enough of this bull. America first. Take care of us. Close the border. Get us working. Bring the jobs back. Make the dollar worth something. Let me afford some gas. America first." And that's what Ludig and the professional ruling class elite conservatives, the phonies like the Mitt Romneys, the bitch McConnells, the Ron DeSantises, the Mike Pences, here's what they say when they talk about what an enemy to democracy Donald Trump is. Oh, he's hateful and he's mean. He's got everybody else being hateful and mean. No, he's got people standing up saying, enough of this crap. Enough to Bud Light. Enough to Target. Enough of this wokeism being shoved down the throats of our kids in school. Enough. Enough. And this is what they say, there's no more civility. What they mean is, you don't know your place anymore, conservative. You don't understand how we play the game. For a few years, the liberals have the White House. For a few years, the conservatives have the White House. And we trade it back and forth and back and forth. And the reason we're willing to trade it back and forth and back and forth is because the real ideals that we're espousing, globalism, military-industrial complex, both parties support that. For a little while, we'll have conservative values. Then we go liberal values. Then we go back to conservative values. But the real agenda, both parties are in complete agreement with. And you're getting screwed. You're paying for it. You're dying without health care. So we can pay the salaries of the Ukraine government. Isn't that interesting? We've given them billions of dollars like that. And not to simply defend themselves. We're paying the salaries of the government over there. But we can't pay for health care for people here. You understand how you've been lied to by the conservatives on that issue? Donald Trump is Oliver Anthony. And when you hear these faux pas, fake, fraudulent conservatives, Mike Pence with his Boy Scout, I love Jesus, who is actually Judas, talk about January 6th and what Donald Trump did. First of all, it was not an insurrection. Funny thing is, all of us Second Amendment gun-loving nuts showed up at a rally unarmed. We're going to overthrow the government unarmed? They knew people were going to come and protest, which is their right. They put provocateurs on purpose in the crowd. They put feds in the crowd. They stirred it up. They made that happen, and the only thing they're disappointed in is there wasn't more actual death and carnage they could put on the evening news. This was all cooked up before it ever happened. Nancy Pelosi was in on it. This is why there was a stand down and not enough security that day. And I guarantee you, Mitch McConnell was in on it, and Paul Ryan, and the rest of the rhinos. This was something that the Democrats and Republicans went behind closed doors and said, this is it. This is how we together take out Trump. And so when you hear people like Michael Ludig and the Liz Cheney say, what happened on January 6th wasn't quite 1776, but maybe it needed to be. Because in reality, what people are saying, the MAGAs are not out there hurting and burning and looting and destroying. But we are saying we want our country back. This is what real democracy, Mr. Ludig, looks like. People not just knowing their place and standing in line. And, well, in 4 years, I'm told we conservatives get a turn again. No. Enough. The reason Oliver Anthony, and on this day, what is today? It is August the 22nd. Now, Oliver Anthony's video is like everywhere, but on YouTube right now, the one feed I'm looking at has 32 million views. That song is resonating. Donald Trump is resonating because people have said, enough. 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 And you know what we call that when people say that's enough? Democracy.